Ask away.
Alrighty. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to say hi, I guess, first because I'll be covering the team this season. My name's Ben. I'm a student here working for the Ocali, so I'm really excited to cover you guys this season.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and Jamie, I wanted to ask you a little bit about three-point shooting. That's been like something Coach Littell brought up yesterday, just how important that's going to be, and he told me how hard you guys are working and stuff. And I'm curious, who's the best three-point shooter on the team from your perspective?
Lexi.
Lexi, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Lexi Keys.
What do you think makes her like good? Because she's obviously new to the team, and Coach mentioned her. Like, were you surprised that whoa, this girl can shoot, or were you kind of like, was it something you always kind of could tell with the way she shot the ball?
I actually been knowing Lexi since high school, so I already knew how she played before she got here.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, and how important will that be? I know Coach talked about trying to spread, give room for Natasha and some of the players you got down low, but also just to like, get those outside shots going down. How important do you think three-point shooting will be for you guys this season?
It is going to be pretty important because people will double Tasha a lot. So to get them out of that and get her more buckets, we have to be able to shoot very well and be a good three-point shooting team.
Now, last season, I guess you were statistically the best three-point shooter that's now remaining on the team. So when I asked you that question earlier, did you kind of think to maybe put yourself in the conversation of best three-point shooter, or?
Well, I'm actually honest with myself. There's no point in lying. So when you're honest with yourself, I mean, you'll go farther in life than. So
Yeah, there you go. Hey, honesty, I always appreciate
yeah,
that too. Thanks very much, Jamie.
you're welcome.
Hey Jamie, so I was going to ask what do you see your role looking like this year, and do you think has it changed from like last year specifically?
My role this year is to definitely score more and run the team more. I need to step up big time now. I'm a junior. I've been here. I know everything. So I think it's time for me to step my game up and do what's best for the team.
And then from what you've seen from Natasha and how it's probably, I mean, I think it's pretty fair to say it's probably going to be, she's probably going to be the main focus of every team that you guys face. What do you, how do you kind of build off what she's providing, and how do you kind of fit into that system yourself?
I would say with that, I know she's going to be the main focus, is to also put myself in a position where I'm also a focus too. So it can kind of take pressure off of her, and the post will probably have to help more off. So then when I do drive in, I can easily give it to her.
Thank you.
Hi, Jamie. I'll say hi too. I'm Sam. So I'm Ben's twin. So
I was about to say, I was just talking to.
yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I'll be one of the other guys covering the team for the Ocali this year. So I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of each other. My first question is, kind of as a veteran that you are, going into your veteran years here on the team, you've seen the change. You've seen the team change quite a bit last year with off-season graduations and transfers. I guess most notably like Vivian. But that being said, there seem to be some really good additions to the team. Like you said, like Lexi Keys, Taylor Collins was labeled as a 4-star, and I saw Brittany Reeves has been putting up some crazy numbers where she was at. So that being said, does replacing lost production fall on kind of individual players to pick it up, or is that an overall team effort?
I'd say it's an overall team effort. We've gotten closer, so trials and tribulations, I guess you can say. Yes, we did lose a very good player, but it's time for us to step up now and fill that role too.
Yeah, and when I was talking with Coach Littell, one thing he mentioned that and hey, it's almost because you have to, because Natasha is coming off such a great year, is maybe feeding the ball like down low a little more and getting in the paint to get her some more touches. Do you anticipate the offense being more post oriented than in years past, or is there can be not really a change?
It's about the same, I'll say. But we will be looking for her more, but probably about the same, I'll say.
And let's see. Oh, never mind. I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's up, Jamie? So I'm Noah, and I'm also going to be working with the Okali, so it's good to meet you.
You too.
So my first question was going to be kind of what your development looked like during quarantine and so far this off season.
Well, as soon as we actually found out that our season's over and we go home, a trainer named Keenan reached out to me in Tulsa. And I'll say since March, I've actually been working out with him all the way until we had to come back here in August. So I'll say I worked more on my ball handling and finishing moves. And I did my shooting with my dad at his gym. So I kind of changed as a person, as a player. I became more mature with how I handle basketball and the mental aspect of it. So I'll say that I'm coming in with a different mindset this year.
Okay, so obviously you and Micah, two of the lead guards for this team. Could you just talk about y'all's relationship in a little bit, and if y'all have been, what practice looks like between y'all?
I mean, we have a good relationship. Of course, there's competition on the court, but I mean, off the court, you wouldn't think that, we weren't friends or anything. We're all close. We all have a group chat. We talk every day. When someone's sad, we text each other. We FaceTime. We always hang out, even though it go against quarantine rules. But I mean, we always find a way to be with each other at the end of the day. We don't let no outside people come in and break us apart. Like, we don't let nobody inside break us apart. At the end of the day, we're a team.
So what does you and Micah's competition specifically look like in practice?
Well, actually, since Lexi has came onto the team, me and Micah have been on the same team. I don't know if you're thinking of Lauren, because people usually get Micah and Lauren mixed up, but me and Micah are on the same team most of the time.
Okay, yeah, I actually haven't been able to watch practice at all this year with COVID, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's transition to Abbie a little bit as well. So Abbie, what is your what do you feel like your role is going to be this year, and how have you seen it kind of change more toward the post than it was last year?
I think like what Jamie said, being a senior and having 3 years of playing under my belt, I definitely have to step up and be more of a leader on this team. And my role in the past years has really been more of a, what's the word? Like, I feel like I do a lot of the stuff that doesn't make it into the stat books, and that's always been my role, and I'm fine with that. And this year, losing a lot of players, I feel like I have to step up a bit and do more. So just trying to do that. And then what was the second half of your question? Sorry.
And then like, how do you kind of see the offensive scheme kind of flowing more toward the post because of like just the personnel?
Honestly, I feel like Coach Littell has done a really good job of kind of making our offense for everyone. We don't really focus on one player. We focus on like getting the best shot we can, which a lot of times is in the post, but Jamie and Lauren and Lexi have all been getting a lot of really good shots in practice too.
And as one of the leaders on this team, just from experience alone, how have you been able to kind of teach the younger players and kind of take them under your wing so far, especially with COVID, not everybody kind of having it a little bit different than it has been in the past?
Honestly, our freshmen are just really willing to learn, which makes it a whole lot easier to try and do that. They're just very excited to be here, and it makes it a whole lot easier.
And then my last question is going to be kind of about Natasha and what she's been able to provide through a year here already. And what have you seen from her over maybe just the off season or like toward the later half of last year? And what's the expectation for her coming into this season?
I think Tasha has changed her mindset a lot, kind of knowing this is going to be her senior year and she wants to work hard and she wants to win. She has a lot of drive for us to do well this season.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, Abbie. I guess you kind of heard already, but I'm Sam. I'll be one of the guys covering the team. So wanted to introduce myself a little bit before I ask you some questions. The first question I had for you was, I guess we kind of hit on it a little bit, like your team lost a good player in the offseason, Vivian Gray, and you lost a few good players. But with that loss, there's a lot of shots that are vacated and minutes that are vacated. So I'm curious, do you kind of have your eye or a feel for a freshman or maybe a younger player on the team that could really benefit from a larger role that they might get this year?
I feel like Taylor Collins has been doing a really good job. A lot of freshmen come in and they don't really know like how the Big 12 kind of plays. It's a lot more aggressive than high school, but she came in and she's just really going after it. Like she plays really aggressively and I think she'll fit in Big 12 play really well.
Nice. And do you think that sliding into Vivian's role will be kind of the thing that one player has to do? Or is that a team effort to, replace that scoring?
Like Jamie said, I think it's definitely a team effort. Everyone is going to have to work to get more points. And that being said, Vivian leaves a lot of points for everyone to get. So
certainly. And my last question I'll ask you is, I guess, about Natasha Mack. I think Jacob hit on it a little bit. But I'm curious, maybe for your role in particular and the post role as a whole, do you sense the TV change a bit of where the ball goes and where the shots are coming from in the game this season as compared to years past?
Could you repeat that? Sorry, it cut out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I got you. So, do you think that the offense could change a little bit from this season as compared to years past, just from, the personnel that you have and, Natasha Mack coming off such a great year? Do you think that you might, pound the ball a little more inside this year?
Like I told Jacob, I feel like our offense has changed a lot. We're less focused on one person and we're just more focused on getting a really great shot. And a lot of times that does come from Tasha and we do try to get the ball into her when we can, but we also have a lot of outside people scoring a lot.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate it, Abbie.
No problem.
Anybody have anything else for the girls before we let them go? Okay.
Yes, Ryan. I have one quick question for you, Abbie. I'm the guy. I'm been looking a lot like Sam, but I'm also excited to cover you guys this season. I guess actually the first thing I wanted to ask you is I saw you shot 1 3-pointer last year. I wasn't at that game, but can you what was that 3-point shot like? I saw it didn't go in, but can you walk me through that?
I think the only time I've ever shot a 3-pointer in my career was because the shot clock was running down. So I'm pretty sure that was just a fluke. Like there was 3 seconds left and we had to put the ball up. So
now, I guess you probably aren't thinking about yourself for this question, but who do you think is the best 3-point shooter on the team? I know Jamie threw out Lexi Keys. Do you have maybe a couple other players who you think can shoot the 3-ball pretty well this season?
Lexi is really good. I think Lauren really worked on her shot a lot this summer. Her three-point shooting has been really good. And Jamie too, her 3-point shooting has been very consistent.
Jamie, okay. So I guess you're willing to say that. That's good to hear. How important do you think that'll be this season? Does it make it easier for you when you're on the court when all those 3 balls are going in? I'm sure it makes it easier on everyone, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel like in the past we haven't had a designated 3-point shooter, which a lot of teams do, and it kind of makes you harder to guard or makes you easier to guard when you don't have one. Like teams that have a 3-point shooter, you constantly have to worry about where they are. And it makes my job as a post a lot easier because if I get any offensive rebounds or double team or I get stuck or something, I know that there's someone I can pass the ball out to and they will make the shot.
Mhm. Well, hey, I'll be hoping to see you make a 3-pointer sometime this season.
I'll put one up just for you, Ben.
Hey, I appreciate that. I'll write about it. It'll make the article. All right, thanks a lot, Abbie.
No problem.
So, Abbie, I just had one quick question. Even though you're obviously playing in the post forward, what has the guard battle looked like from your perspective, if there is one?
When you say guard battle, do you mean like just like how they're playing or like trying to get minutes?
Both of them, like how they're playing, but also kind of if there's been a battle, like a questionable starter that you've kind of seen step up, or if there's been a player that was previously on the bench that's kind of made their way up, just kind of as a whole.
I feel like our guard game has gotten a lot quicker. Honestly, we have a lot of girls who like to drive the ball and we have a lot of girls who like to shoot. So we're very, we kind of cover all of our bases guard wise. And then I feel like everyone's doing a really good job of stepping up. Like Jamie and Lauren as veterans coming in have been doing a really good job. I think our freshmen came in and they really wanted to work hard and compete. And so honestly, it's kind of a toss up right now.
Okay, so what specifically have you seen from Jamie so far this year?
Oh gosh. Jamie has been doing a really good job of being our point guard and kind of leading people on the floor, especially like I said, having a lot of incoming players. They're still kind of trying to figure things out. She's been a really good leader. She does a really good job of getting points when we need them, like if the shot clock is running down or if we just haven't been able to quite get the offense right, that's set. She's just been doing a really good job as a leader on the floor.
So what attributes about Jamie do you think make her such a good leader on the floor?
I think Jamie is a team player. She supports and she loves all of us, and she's a really good friend, which helps. I think she wants us to succeed individually, and she wants us to succeed as a team, and she wants to see us win.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Anything else from the group for the girls before we let them go?
I think that covers everyone.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys doing this. I'll get this sent out to you guys whenever we're done recording here. Thanks for jumping on with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.